Everybody in Girly Nation has a Craydar. Episode number 68. Welcome back to another edition of Morning Sip. Take your coffee this morning with my sunshine, because coffee is a mug with a Nina hug. That's a good rap. Coffee is a mug with the Nina hug. Coffee is a mug with the Nina hug. All right, so this is a 15-minute short where, you know what? You sip your coffee while Nina does the talkie.
Fellas, I'm ready to get up and do my thing. Go ahead. I want to get into it, man, you know. Like a sex machine, man. Moving, doing it, you know. Can I count it off? 1, 2, 3, 4. Get up, get on.
I'm your host, Nina Babel, who is unapologetically her edgy self every time. You can find me at ninababel.com. So I want you to grab your mug, and whatever you're drinking, start sipping.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Okay, so if it's your first time visiting, listening, welcome, welcome. Today marks the last morning sip for 2016. So if you need to binge and listen and catch up on other morning sips, go back and rewind. You will be entertained until 2017. But today we're talking about Craydars. And that is referring to cray radars that everybody that I spoke to this year seems to have, including myself. So I'm going to be curating like the top, well, what I feel is the top Craydar moments, but gosh, I had so many to pick from, it was really, really hard. With that being said, remember, Nina keeps it real and true, especially when it comes to giving and getting advice from Girly Nation. And also some guys too. All right, let's kick off officially this 2016 50 Shades of Cray roundup. Are you ready?
So if you know you're going to have sex, how do you prep for it? What are kind of the things you do 2 hours before, the night before, day before?
You want to shave? Want to eat fruits? What are some things you do?
Do you want to tell people why you eat fruit?
Well,
I know.
I've heard that it reflects in, things you have going on in bodily fluids, maybe like taste and also like smell. So those are good. Yeah.
Makes it sweeter downstairs. Are you guilty of breakup sex?
Yes, definitely. I was in a 4-year relationship, and as Drake says, like, that part of your relationship is amazing still, so you definitely, you hold on to that, and sometimes it just gets you in a deeper hole, but definitely I'm guilty of that.
Where's the craziest place, then, have you had sex?
Oh, Lord. The question is, where haven't I?
All right, so the first cray moment is, do you like him for you? And this is going to be part of the single dumb dating segment that I was pitching a few episodes ago. And if you're not familiar, it literally refers to single dumb moments when we all have dated or are dating currently. So Alexa is a single mom who meets this new guy. She makes first date plans and homeboy is late. Why wasn't he available on time? How would you handle this situation? Or if you didn't follow it like you should have followed it, what is your new attitude for 2017? A, do you wait for homeboy? B, do you give him 15 minutes grace before you go a little cray on your own? C, do you get mad? Or lastly, D, do you just ghost him and keep it moving? So what you're going to hear is Alexa and I talking in the kitchen, and she's telling me the story how she went to her therapist, and this was the advice the therapist had given her. But I really think this whole dialogue is something that every woman listening should take heed. This is one way to spot your future ex-boyfriend, okay?
I was talking to her about dating, and she looked at me and she said, And she's never gotten really stern with me. But she was just like, you so busy trying to prepare yourself for them that you don't even, you aren't even assured that's even what you want for you. Is it what you want? And I was just like, well.
I asked Alexa, why the hell are you getting mad? Why?
First I was getting mad, and I was like, why are you getting mad? Don't you got stuff to do?
I mean, but you don't... Yeah, why are you getting mad? Why were you getting mad?
Because he wasn't following through.
Ooh,
so to you, like mentally, that should just be like, okay, well, I'm going about my business, and
that's what
too bad, like I'm not available.
And that's what I did. I got in the car and went to Tanger Outlet and went shopping for Billy. While I was there, he texted me, and I had two options. I could be like, blow him off,
right?
And then I think the blowing off thing is like a little bit of a game. Like you're kind of like tell somebody what you really think, and if they don't like it, that's
exactly,
they'll live with it.
For 2017, take it slow and do you, people. Don't put that unnecessary pressure on yourself and frankly him, especially when you don't even know him.
You're doing you.
I'm doing me.
You're calling your own shots.
I'm calling my own shots.
I'm not at his mercy or what he says, how it makes you feel. You're not walking on eggshells. You're like, take it or leave it.
Yeah, it's like, and I'm even trying, like, I'm not even looking like, what's like long term or like here.
Like, where are we going?
No.
Right. What are we? It's 6 months. What do you want from me? Right.
And that is why I can tell another person, take it one day at a time. Like, why do you have to be like
anxious? What got you to the deuces point, like where you said, no more, I'm going to set his ass free for good? Is it
like what feeling?
Oh.
So I look at it like this. This is my analogy. You're like a plant.
A plant?
A plant.
Okay.
A plant needs to be watered to grow. Stop watering that plant, it withers away and dies. And withers away and dies. Okay. And on top of that, so you're not watering me, you're not allowing me to grow. You just get tired of that. Yeah. Tired of the negative, the bad feeling. You're dying. That's dying.
That's a good analogy.
Next, talking with the bestie. And, we're talking about the difference between Black and white women dating and that whole, like, taking initiative, right? So the whole, how could I say, rumor, for lack of a better word, is when white girls see a guy, they go for it. They go for it, no holds bar. But for us Black chicks, we're kind of totally opposite and more reserved. I'm going to call it reserved, conservative, traditional, right? And so I met this college girl, and this is a perfect example of what I mean by reserved, conservative, traditional. And frankly, in 2017, it might not hold much water.
So what do you look for in a guy? What are you attracted to?
Well, actually, it really depends, because if he approaches, I like a guy who approaches me, because most of the time I'm like really busy. So if he takes the time to approach me, that's attractive to me.
My friend said that with a white woman, it's the effort that helps them get what they want. And the driver said, yes, that is true. Because a white woman will go beyond for you than what a Black woman will. So he goes, yes, he sees that is true.
So now I'm talking to my bestie, and she's telling me the guy's point of view, what her new boo says about Black and white women and the differences in terms of taking that initiative. Are you the reach out type?
we don't try hard enough because we think it's our own, and why, like, we just don't. I don't know what it is. It's the way we're raised. I don't know if it's in our DNA. Like him saying when he's using the passport words that I'm saying, translate, and he's like, a white woman will know what that means. She's gonna make it her business to know. You know how I always like to fit in everything. You know what I mean? I always want to fit into everything, and whereas we just don't do that. But I don't know why, because we take it for granted that we are of the same race. And they try so hard to fit in.
Yeah, I'm not trained to do that.
That's what I mean. Like, is that...
Because I come from a culture where you get introduced. So the effort is collective. You, as my friend, would introduce me. If I say I'm interested in X, you would make that introduction. And then at that point, it's up to me.
So, but like you said, some people will call that being shy. Because now in today's world,
right,
that's old school thing. Now, if a woman wants a man, she's gonna make it known. Like that's not the current generation.
Okay, so are you stuck in a mold like me? Because funny how, some of us could just be aggressive, take initiative, and do what's necessary when it comes to our careers, being an entrepreneur, maybe it's running a household, but reciprocating the same principle in our personal lives just remains to be a challenge. But we all got to press on and give it a little more gas in 2017. And you know what? Reach out to your friends. Ask them, poll them. Before you make a decision, make your next move so that you can save yourself the embarrassment, maybe the humiliation, or just save face, right?
One thing I would say they did tell me about sex, like, make sure they're a good kisser. Not just, make sure he knows how to kiss. If he doesn't, you don't want to teach a guy. You want a guy to teach you stuff. So they told me that.
All right, man choices. We as women always have to justify our life, especially as we get older. Because guys ask those qualifying questions like, have you been married? Do you have any kids? In fact, it just happened to me yesterday, and I was hearing those squeaky wheels turning in his head as he's asking these questions. But my girlfriend and I were having a moment, and she wrote down what she referred to as her love list of intentions.
One day I wrote down all those love things.
Yeah.
I was just having a moment and I wrote it down.
And everyone has its own meaning? Or you were just
how I was
slicing, dicing love on different levels?
Yes. Yeah, it was. And I'm like, I'm going to write this down.
So is that just something for you, or something you would share with somebody?
It was something for me at the moment. You're the only one who's seen this. I've never shared that thought with anybody.
Okay.
Because you're so mackerel my first take a picture. But it was just what maybe I was craving that. Like, we all want love on some level.
My thing about that is like, once you've had it, and if no one brings you back to that point of bliss, like what you're describing, like I haven't gone back to that point of bliss. So whoever is going to bring me back to that place, hey, good luck.
Okay, peeps, thanks for listening and making me a part of your day, your month, and more importantly, 2016. Now that you've had a chance to enjoy my episodes, do me a quick favor. Spread the happy so other women and men can find the Keep It 100 Girl show and enjoy it just as much as you do. It's not just my voice, but it's sharing your voice and messages that really, really matter to everybody around the world listening. By leaving a rating and review in iTunes on your mobile app or desktop, you just search for the Keep It 100 Girl podcast. You click on the review section, you click write a review, give a 5-star rating, write a little blurb about the episode or maybe an episode that sticks out in your head, and that's it. But thank you for helping me keep it 100 in 2016. I'm really looking forward to 2017 and your mother friggin' stories. All right, so I'm not going to forget my LGBT community because this one is for you. This goes back to episode number 26, which was called Let's Be Real, which a straight girl talks to a lesbian girl with really unfiltered conversation. Same principle applies to the LGBT community, right? In this next clip, it's all about women who repeatedly are attracted to cheaters. Sound familiar? Isabella admitted that she is one of them. She is a 20-year-old lesbian from the South Bronx. South Bronx. So Isabella told me, Nina, lesbian girls, when they cheat, it's 10 times worse. Yo, that's double the estrogen. So you can only imagine the dynamic going on there. But Isabella's redemption is that she acknowledges and recognizes that she has a soft heart for cheaters.
You can't get into a relationship with someone who hasn't healed yet. And sometimes that's been my mistake, but it's not my mistake because, it takes two. They get out of a relationship, they meet me, and they fall for me, and they fall hard, and then they're involved with, the fact that they still have to heal, and they're not fully ready for a relationship, but yet they want me. So they have to deal with that battle. And, of course, I get involved in the mix. And I'm like, fuck, not this again.
Tell me about a time where you were out with one guy, but maybe thinking about another one.
This past weekend, I was in Miami and thinking about my at-home boo. But I was with a friend that was also out there, but not together, but we kind of met up. That's about it.
And what causes us girls to go back and still think of the other one you think?
When someone does something that reminds you of the person, but that person did it a lot better or acted a lot differently with that situation. So you this person handled it a lot better. And it's you kind of want that person more than this one.
So you're going to go back? Do you ever go back? You ever go backwards?
Actually, I don't believe in not going backwards. I feel like if something wasn't right, it may be fixed now. I don't know. It depends on it always depends on the person, the situation, why it didn't work, and things like that. So I don't believe in not going back 100% because I would probably backtrack.
All right. So lastly, I asked these college girls if they've ever snooped on their man. Now, if there is a woman out there who tells me that she has never snooped, you're lying, okay? But it turns out it's not even about getting the password, getting the code. It's all about these Apple fingerprint things to get access to the phone. I mean, I have it, but I don't use it. But hey, that's the new thing.
Yes, I have. But not because I'm I don't trust you. I'm nosy. I look at my phone all the time, and I want to get your phone. I just want to see what you're doing. I will look through for instance, your mom's messages to see if she calls you a funny nickname, powder butt or something. Just because I'm bored. But it's nothing to snoop about or because I'm trying to find something.
Yeah.
You thought about it or you did it?
No, I've done it. I snooped. I've snooped.
Oh, was it worth it? Did it make you feel better, calm, relaxed? Found out what you needed to find out?
No, not really.
Just like a fishing trip? You didn't find anything?
I guess. Yeah. I guess. I'll just say yeah. I'll just say yeah.
I looked, didn't find much. So I'm thinking it might have been in a different place.
Snooping is not healthy, people. Stop it. The reason for doing it is the very reason that you need to keep it moving without him in 2017. All right, so as you can see, I have a real passion for sharing successes and failures that we all experience, right? I provide advice and support to women of all ages, teaching you about sensitive, girly stuff, self-care stuff, self-help stuff, boosting your confidence stuff that women are normally too shy, nervous, and embarrassed to either ask or talk about. Was that a cray episode or what? But that rounds up the last edition of Morning Sip for 2016, people. Tune in tomorrow where I kick off 12 days of a Keep It 100 Girl Christmas with more cray inspiration for you. So we got some giveaways, inspirational giveaways, and even real giveaways. So make sure you're listening and respond to those time-sensitive PSAs. And in some cases, you're going to have to give your email. Enjoy the rest of the week. I keep it real and I keep it true. Smooches!